Hello my loves and welcome back to my hair channel. So today I'm super excited to be doing my very first Q&A. Yes, I'm a little bit late to the game. I've had my hair channel for about 2.5 years now and this is the very first time I'm doing a Q&A. So I don't know why it took me this long to do it, but I'm super excited to answer some of your questions. I did post a couple of pictures to my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram will be up over here. It's at Nikki Sky with 3 Ys. And I asked you guys to ask me some questions for this Q&A. So I'm on my Instagram right now and I'm going to go through as many of the questions as I possibly can and answer them to the best of my ability. I didn't read the questions thoroughly ahead of time because I want this Q&A to be as honest and as unscripted as possible. So I'll be reading them out to you on camera and answering them as I read them. And before I jump into the questions, I just wanted to mention I have a little bit of an announcement to make at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. And without further ado, if you want to know the answers to your budding questions, please keep watching. So the first question is, who is your makeup inspiration? I would love to know. And do you watch makeup tutorials on YouTube for ideas? So I personally take inspiration from everywhere, from magazines, from art, from beauty gurus here on YouTube, from fashion. So my inspiration is honestly really broad. I can't really narrow it down to one person or one thing in specific. And yes, I do watch a lot of beauty gurus here on YouTube, and I definitely get a lot of ideas from there. Not so much ideas, but more so techniques and different ways to work with makeup. The next question is, what is the best part of becoming a YouTuber? So for me personally, the best part of becoming a YouTuber, not only getting to interact with you guys and getting to hear about your stories and just connect with you guys on a more personal level, but also for me personally, it really helps me get out of my shell, be more confident, increase my self-esteem, get over some of my social anxiety issues that I have mentioned on my channel in the past. So it really allowed me to grow as a person, not only on a personal level, but on a professional level as well. Is how long is your real hair? So this is my natural hair. As you can see here, it grew quite a bit and it's growing much faster now. I felt like when it was up to here, it felt like it was taking ages to grow. I felt like it was never gonna grow. But once it passed that stage, it really started growing much faster. So I'll show you guys how long it is by just turning around. So as you can see, it reaches about my middle back. I'm actually so happy that my hair is growing so much faster now because I've been trying to grow out my hair for a really long time. As you guys know, if you've been watching my hair channel for a while, the only thing that is driving me up the wall is that because I have layers cut into my hair that I've had since high school, it makes the ends of my hair look so much thinner. And a lot of people have been commenting on my videos saying that, oh my God, your hair is not thick. Your hair is this, your hair is that. Not that I care or anything, but I wish that the ends of my hair were the same thickness as the top of my head, because not only would it make my hair look healthier and thicker, but it'll also make my hair look longer overall. But it's okay. I'm sure I'll get there one day. One day. So one of my followers asked me to tell you guys about my tattoos. I do get asked this question a lot. I have covered it in a past video that I did maybe like 1.5 years ago. It's really old. So I'll go over it a little bit again. So I do have a few tattoos. I have 4 tattoos. So the first one I guess I'll tell you guys about is the one that I have on my hand here. It's kind of hard to see because when I twist my wrist, it kind of gets, what's the word? I don't want to say deformed. Distorted. It gets distorted. So basically what it says is Semya Navsigda. So these are Russian letters from the Russian alphabet, obviously, and it means family forever. And my brother and I have matching tattoos. And it's something that's very sentimental to me, not only because my brother and I have matching tattoos, but because the meaning behind it just is really close to my heart, because I put family above everything else. My family to me is everything. So this tattoo is very sentimental to me and I absolutely love it. My next one says, I am where I am today because I fought. I'll be where I'll be today because I keep fighting. And this is a quote that I created myself, and it just basically summarizes my entire life. There's so many things that you don't know about me, guys. I could literally create a whole separate video on that. I went through so many struggles to get to where I am today, and I'm the kind of person that no matter what, I will not give up. If I want something, I will find a way to make it happen. So that's basically the meaning behind that. It's just a daily reminder of how hard I had to fight to get to where I am today and what I continue to do to get to where I want to be tomorrow. The other tattoo I have is on my back, and this is actually the first tattoo that I ever got, and it says, Asclepius Panakia Hygeia, and it is Greek for god of medicine, goddess of health, and goddess of cleanliness. So a little fact about me is that I went to university and I studied kinesiology because I was actually planning on going to medical school. And while I was in kinesiology, that's actually when I started one of my first businesses and kind of led me into fancy hair. The reason why I wanted to study medicine is because medicine is one of my other side passions. I really love learning about the human body and how everything works together and everything. So I really thought that my future would be in medicine. So that's why I had those 3 names tattooed on my back, and they still mean so much to me because health and nutrition and fitness and all that kind of stuff, it's part of my daily life. Having those names on my back is just another daily reminder of one of the things that I'm super passionate about. And the last tattoo that I have is this little X on my finger right here. A lot of people don't even know that I have this because it's so tiny and is barely visible. So this X is actually a Roman numeral for the number 10, which is also an acronym for TEN. And T stands for the name of one of my friends, and E is the name of one of my other friends, and obviously is the first initial of my name, and together they spell out 10. And I have been friends with these girls since grade 6. We've been through so many ups and downs together, and all 3 of us got matching tattoos in the same place so that we have a daily reminder of our friendship. So the next question is, how were your school years? So I'm not sure if you're referring to elementary school, high school, or university, because all 3 experiences were totally different. Elementary school was like the funnest time of my life. I felt like it flew by so quickly. That's when I met my 2 girlfriends that we have matching tattoos with, and when we really started to develop our friendship. High school was a very different story. I was so excited to go to high school because I would get to meet new people, and a lot of the people that I went to school with in elementary school also went to that same high school because it was in the same neighborhood, and my 2 best girlfriends also went to that same high school. But what happened was 6 months into me going to that high school, this is a really personal story. A lot of people don't know about this, but I don't even know how this happened, but basically there was a girl, I was in grade 9, and there was a girl in grade 12 that had something against me. I don't know what it was. And one day she decided, I don't even know if I should be saying this on camera, guys, because I feel really bad. I'm just not going to mention any names. I'm just going to tell you guys the story and what happened from my perspective. And I'm not going to mention her name just for, the sake of everyone's privacy. So basically what happened was, one day before class, I went to the washroom, and when I come out of the stall, this girl is standing there with like a whole posse of her friends, just like standing there watching the whole thing. And before I know it, she just takes me and just pushes me against the stall, and my head hit the back of the stall. And at that point, I was in complete shock. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So I didn't know what to do in that point. And she was like half my size. So I'm pretty sure that if I did try to do something, she would probably be lying on the floor, but I didn't do that anyway. So what happened was she started just hitting me and punching me and whatever. Honestly, I don't even remember half of the things that happened. I don't even remember feeling any pain, because in that moment I was just in such shock that as soon as I came back into consciousness, my main priority was just to get out of there as quickly as I possibly could. So as soon as I regained my consciousness, I just pushed her and I just got out of there as fast as I could. And all of her friends were just standing there watching the entire thing and not doing anything about it. Basically what happened after that incident, I went back, I don't even know why I did this, but I just wanted to I'm the kind of person, again, I don't like confrontation. So after this happened, I went into class because it was a class I was really excited about, and I was hoping that, I can just brush this off and pretend like nothing happened. I put my hoodie over my head and I was just sitting in class, and then all of a sudden these tears just started running down my face, and one of my classmates next to me looked at me, and I didn't even realize, but my entire face was scratched up and just bleeding, and he's like, "Are you okay? What happened to you?" And I said, No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Give me just a minute, to settle down, whatever. And he was obviously really concerned, and he told my teacher about it. My teacher took me outside of the classroom and she said, "Look, Nikki, something obviously happened," and just trying to ask me what happened. But I was just in such shock that I couldn't even get it out. I couldn't even get the words out to explain what happened. So she sent me to the principal's office, and while I was in the principal's office, after sitting in there for about an hour, I finally calmed down and I was able to explain to her what happened. My parents got called in. The girl who attacked me, her parents came in. It was a whole whole thing. Anyways, long story short, my parents were terrified. They didn't want me to go back to that school. And I was so upset because obviously all my friends were there and I didn't want to go to a school that I didn't know anyone. And my parents just said, no way, you're not going back to the school. We don't feel safe sending our kid there. So we're transferring you over to another school. So high school was not a great experience for me. I spent like 3.5 years in a school where I really didn't know anyone there. I had to make my own friends and it was really difficult because, again, like I explained, I had some really bad social anxiety. So high school, I was really all about getting into class, doing what I needed to do and getting out. I didn't really socialize. I didn't have a large group of friends. And that's pretty much my experience with high school. University was a little bit different. Again, I was going in and out, getting into my classes, doing what I need to get done and getting out. And on the side of university, I had a business. My first business that I started, it was a jewelry business where I did custom jewelry, and I also had a factory overseas that was manufacturing jewelry for me, and it was doing really well. I actually asked my parents to give me a year off after high school so I can focus on my business, and the old school Russian parents that they are, they're like, no way in hell, you are not going to take a year off school to focus on this business. What business? Business? No. They're like, you're going to school and you're going to become a doctor. So I said, you know what? Okay, fine. I will go to school, but at the same time, I will focus on my business and I will make it successful. And that's exactly what I did. Before I finished university, my jewelry business was super successful. And at that point, they trusted me completely. They said, you know what, Nikki, do whatever you want to do. If you want to go to med school, go to med school. We'll support you 100%. If you don't want to go to med school and you want to focus on your business or start another business, then you do that. So that's exactly what I did. And then my jewelry business segued into me getting into the hair extension industry and led me to creating fancy hair. So that was a really long answer to a really short question, but hopefully you guys found that really interesting. So what's the secret to your beautiful eyelashes? To be completely honest, my best secret is to not do anything to your lashes for as long as possible. I know that when I go long periods of time without touching my eyelashes at all and letting them just be natural, they grow so long. The more products you put on your lashes, mascara, eyelash glue, and all that kind of stuff, the more they get weighed down and the more vulnerable they are to breaking. So since I've started my beauty channel, to be completely honest, I've been using more eye products and mascara and eyelashes and all that kind of stuff. So my lashes are not as long as they were a couple months ago. But if you are trying to grow out your lashes and you're not in an industry where you need to wear eye makeup on a daily basis, I would highly recommend that. I also just recently uploaded a video on my beauty channel on how to grow longer lashes in 30 days. So I will link that in the description box below so you can check it out if you're interested. Who is your favorite YouTuber? I have a lot of favorite YouTubers. If you're talking about my favorite YouTubers in terms of makeup artistry, hands down, Nikki Tutorials and Desi Perkins. Those two are just on fire. Nikki Tutorials makeup look, like, is there one makeup look that does not look flawless on her, that is not perfectly blended with her porcelain skin? Oh my God, she's just perfection. In terms of personality, I would have to say Jaclyn Hill. She is so hilarious and she is such a brilliant businesswoman. I would love the opportunity to meet her one day because I think what she's doing is absolutely amazing. And I would have to say Kathleen Light. She's just so effortless and real, and she's like such an old soul, I want to say. She seems like such a sweet girl and I love watching all of her videos. The next question is, what made you start making videos and make a YouTube channel? I love all your hack videos and I think they are super genius. Oh, thank you. So if you've been following my hair channel from the very beginning, you might have guessed that I started my channel because I started my business Fancy Hair, and I had a lot of my customers ask me, I really want to try out hair extensions, but I don't know how to clip them in. I don't know how to style them. I don't know how to incorporate them into all these different hairstyles. So originally I started this channel so I can show you guys how you can use clip-in hair extensions to enhance any type of hairstyle that you could ever imagine. And then it naturally progressed into me getting into like the YouTube community and getting into the hacks and like coming up with these creative ideas on how to style your hair and just making your overall hairstyling life a lot easier. And creating hair hacks and coming up with all these creative ideas is something that I'm truly passionate about. I'm naturally a very creative person, so I love putting these videos together for you guys. And if you don't know this about me, I do everything for every single video from start to finish, from the content creation to the filming. So I also do all of the editing myself. I taught myself how to edit. I do all the thumbnails, the titles, everything. I do everything on my own. And that's something that I really, really love doing, because for me, it feels like an art form. It feels like a form of creative expression. And that's one of the things that really inspired me to create my YouTube channel. And obviously, once I got into the whole YouTube community and I started watching all these beauty gurus and seeing how amazing they are at what they do, it really inspired me to create my second channel, my beauty channel, which I just launched 2 months ago. How old were you when you created your own business? So like I said, I did have another business before Fancy Hair. So I started that business when I was around like 16 years old. So it was a couple years before I started university. But when I got into university, that's when I officially started growing it and taking it more seriously and trying to get it to a point where it was really, really successful. So technically 16, but 18 is when I really put like 100% attention into that business. The next question is, how much time do you take in the morning or before you leave your house for any reason to do your hair and your makeup and choose your outfit? P.S. I love your videos and I don't miss none. Oh, thank you so much. To be completely honest with you guys, 6 out of 7 or maybe 5 out of 7 days of the week, I wear absolutely no makeup whatsoever because I work from home. Most of the time I'm working on Fancy Hair, or I'm editing, or I'm working on content creation. I try to couple up all of my filming days over 1 or 2 days. That way it's more efficient, and that way I manage my time a lot better. So it doesn't take me a long time to get ready most of the week. If I'm going out grocery shopping or going to the gym, again, I don't wear any makeup at all. I have my errand outfit that I go to, and I have my gym outfit that I go to. So everything is already like preset for me. So all I have to do is just throw on my clothes and I'm out the door. So it takes me a minute or 2 at the very most. When you rewatch your videos, do you cringe when you see or hear yourself? Oh God, do I ever? Especially when I look at the videos that I released like in my first year of being on YouTube. They are so cringeworthy. First of all, my voice sounds like a freaking chipmunk in like pretty much every single video. Secondly, the video quality itself was horrendous. Third of all, my makeup. What was going on with my makeup? I look like a completely different person. Those are the things that are really cringeworthy about my old videos. Next question is, do you have any siblings? Yes, I have 1 sibling. I have a brother and we are 3 years apart. So I'm 26 and he's 23. The next question is, how old are you? And tell us about your love story. So I am 26 years old and my love story began actually 12 years ago. So I met my husband, now my husband, 12 years ago when I was 14 and he was 16. Basically, our relationship started off as a friendship. We would just be hanging out all the time and we would stay up till like 3 or 4 in the morning just talking to each other on MSN. For those of you who know what MSN is, so I talked to him on MSN all the time and we'd just be like going on webcam and just making jokes all the time and just like, I don't know, just being silly, being like young and carefree. It was just so light and fun, and he just made me feel so comfortable, and our relationship started as a really good friendship, and we were friends for about 4 to 6 months until we officially started being boyfriend and girlfriend. And he proposed to me on my 22nd birthday, and then we got married about a year and a half later on July 6th, 2014, which is actually today, 2 years ago today. My husband is absolutely the most amazing human being I could possibly imagine being with. He is the most caring and loving person. He's honestly my life. He is my best friend. He's my husband. He's everything to me. So I honestly could not be happier, and I feel like every year that we are together, our bond gets stronger and stronger, and our love for one another gets stronger and stronger, and it's honestly something that I wish for everyone to be able to experience. And on that note, I wanted to share my little announcement with you guys. So because today is our 2-year anniversary, I wanted to share with you guys our wedding video. So I posted our wedding video on my beauty channel. I'm going to include a link right over here. Hey guys, editing Nikki here. So I had a little issue uploading our wedding video on my beauty channel because some of the songs in the video go against YouTube's copyright rules. So instead I uploaded it to my Facebook page. I'll try to link it on the screen, but in case that doesn't work, I'll put the link in my description box right above the show more fold so you can easily find it and watch it on my Facebook page. So what you can do is click on it. It's going to take you directly to my beauty channel where you can watch our wedding video and relive the moment with us. This was honestly the best day of our lives. It was so overwhelming and so amazing to have all of our family and friends sharing it with us. And I can't believe it's been 2 years. It's absolutely insane. Time flies by so fast. So for those of you who are interested in seeing our wedding day, feel free to click the video over here. Okay guys, so that wraps up this Q&A. I really hope that you enjoyed it and learned some new things about me. This video is really long. It's already almost an hour long, so I'm gonna have a lot of fun editing this video. So I'm going to end it off over here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I hope to see you in my next video.